I know. It's been like a week and a half. Someone's moving in across the street. Anyway, sorry. It's been like a week and a half since I've been live. This new job schedule has been messing me up. So then today I was like relaxing a bit between meetings. And I thought, you know what? I better go live before everyone forgets about me. So here I am, not even set up yet, getting set up because I thought I better start before I get tired. Because if I let myself get tired, it's way too easy for me to talk myself out of going live. You know what I mean? All right. Here we go. Sarah! Hi, Sarah! Okay, and then I need the charger. Oh, I gotta move this here so my charger reaches. There we go. Okay, and light. All right, and then I gotta share the link. I was not even prepared. First, you sure are. Yay, how are you? All right, let me share the link so you can be first, not only. All right. I don't know how to respond to that. Okay. I forgot the link. Kylie, hello. Judith, hello. Finally got your antidepressants, so you'll be better soon. Nice. You witnessed, oh, but puppy. I'm sorry for the baby bird. That must have been horrible. Good morning, Taylor. Hello, Jonathan. How are you? Oh, no, Sarah, I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to go about telling you to block out everything you heard. I'm not going to be able to write today because I have cleaning and last minute graduation stuff to do. Totally makes sense. I love how you check in like that as if you're like punching a time card. Like, oh, by the way, I'm not going to be able to check this off my to-do list because I got this other stuff that I have to do. Totally good. Doesn't help with all the birds out. Yeah, I bet. My cats hunt the birds next to my windows, although there's actual windows there, so they don't go outside. So I don't know if they actually know what to do. Actually, no, that's not true. I do know they know what to do if they ever got outside. They would absolutely run for those nests. Father-in-law informed us he will be staying with us for an entire week. Nice! So, yeah, my mother-in-law for my ex-husband does that. But she doesn't go visit him when she comes into town. No. Nay. She comes here. And she'll just, and like, she doesn't even really tell me the dates because it's all like, it's just also on the fly for her. So like, she'll, sometimes she'll be like, hey, I'm leaving Colorado now. I'll be there such and such day, provided of, this delay, I'll be staying at this, rest stop or whatever, because she doesn't do hotels either. And so she'll give me kind of like an estimate, and then she'll tell me when she's about 30 minutes away. She'll text me and be like, okay, I'm about 30 minutes away. I'm like, okay. So any planning I had to do, like, had already better be done. You know what I mean? And then usually after she's been here about a week, I'm like, how long are you staying? Good morning, Jessica. I heard this woman's soul is so beautiful that even angels take notes from her on how to be heavenly. Nice. You don't like visitors? I don't. Yeah. She takes up my like yearly quota. You know what I mean? Brittle diabetic. I have no idea what to cook for him, and he can't go off diet for even a single meal. They have cookbooks available. I don't know what brittle diabetic means, but like they have like all kinds of diabetic cookbooks and stuff. So I would just plan out the menu from that and just go. I don't know what the difference is between a brittle diabetic versus other diabetics. He's gone into diabetic comas 5 times, and if he does again, we're told he won't come out. Ah, brittle. Okay. So yeah, they have, I mean, I don't know, I guess start by asking him what his favorite foods are. Like, not in general, but like on this diet. Brittle means the blood sugars are hard to control. Ah, okay. But yeah, I was able, oh, whoa, cat, oh my God. Couldn't you just lay down without causing havoc? Okay, it's actually an old term. I don't have a lot of experience with diabetes. My bio dad has type 2 diabetes that he pretty much controls with diet. And so the couple of years that I stayed with him to help him like manage the house and whatever was when he was just newly diagnosed. And so we kind of like had to learn and navigate his diet together. And I found a bunch of cookbooks. And then the only other God, your fur, cat, my God. The only actual other experience I have is that with both pregnancies, I had gestational diabetes. And so I pretty much controlled that as much as I could with diet, but I really couldn't. I ended up on, okay, you gotta go. You're being too much now, okay? You're being extra. Lay down, purr, look pretty, or get down, okay? So with the gestational, I did take insulin. I took 2 insulins, one fast acting and one like longer. But in both cases, the diabetes went away. Cat, if you don't lay down, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. You're in contact with his wife for diabetes right now. Nice. Oh yeah, in both instances, the diabetes went away after both births, and I'm not even pre-diabetic. So you like my cat's attitude? She's just like, nope. I just want to like need you. Yeah, I don't want to lay down and snuggle and get lovin's. I just want to need you. Full claw needing. Are you gonna lay down this time? Yeah? Have you ever had a generalized idea for a scene but can't figure out how to make all the parts move to make it work? I've been stuck like that on a scene. Yes. And depending on the level of stuck, what's your story about? Oh, yeah. So depending on the level of stuck is how I can get out of it. So I usually start with describing what I need the scene to do. Like, and I don't mean like fight scene, but I mean like, fight scene, but by the end of the scene, I need them to be best friends, or I need them to realize this thing about each other, or I need them to find out that this other thing is happening, or whatever. Like at the end of the fight, this is the outcome that I need. So sometimes I just start with that kind of a placeholder, and then, okay, cat, my God. And then I'm able to move on, and I can like go back and forth, because sometimes those kinds of details will come out to me as I'm working on another scene. So like, for example, if they're in a fight, but I don't know how I want the fight to go, and I can't seem to figure out other than he punched, but then after that, I don't know what the hell to do with them. But then if I can get my placeholder and I say, by the end of the fight, this is what I need them to do. Then 2 chapters in, they're sitting in a jail cell and they're talking about the fight. Maybe details about the fight come in there. Or they've separated and they're talking to separate friends about the fight, and they're saying, well, he said this or whatever, and I'm able to grab some more details there. So as I'm learning these more details through the other scenes, I'm able to go back to the fight scene and fill them in. Does that make sense? Does writing every day on a schedule actually help? A lot of times, yes. Kylie, I want to emphasize, it's up to you and your brain. You do not have to write every single day. You don't, okay? I know that there are a lot of people who will say, if you are a serious writer, or if you want to learn to be a serious writer, blah, 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 whatever, you have to write every single day. You don't. However, getting on a schedule can help you. People ask me all the time, like, how do you make yourself write every day? And I don't. I make myself go through my routine every day. So I'll sit down and I'll pet R2D2, and I will grab my coffee and I will sit down every single day, turn on my computer, open up my documents, look at my reverse outline. I will go through that routine every single day. A lot of times, going through that routine will get me inspired and motivated to start writing. Not every time though, but I'll at least go through the routine and try to get 100 words. If I'm limping all the way to get to the 100 words, then it's not a good day for me to write. My brain is just not going to get into it, but at least I got 100 words down. If I blow past 100 words, even better. Some people only, they only have the schedule available to them to write once a week or once a month. Sometimes you might get sick. Sometimes you might run into some sort of access problems. Maybe your internet is going wonky. Maybe you have to pick up overtime or a second job to make ends meet. Maybe your kids all of a sudden have a ton of healthcare issues that you have to like get taken care of. If you don't have internet at home and you were reliant on a library for internet and something happened there, like you never know. So you don't want to tie your value, your worth, your identity to the idea of writing every single day. But what I will say is every time you do write, if you have a routine and if you try to make it stick to the same time, that can also be just as beneficial, so that every time you're in that spot, even if it was 6 months ago, if it's at the, roughly the same time and right around the same spot, it can still help you inspire. And then you go through that routine, it can still help you get motivated and ready to write. Are you asking Taylor? Mine is a conversation and I know what type of ideas. What's your story about? Did I miss it? I think I missed it. I'm sorry. Are you asking Taylor what her story is about? Because she's going through she was asking questions about the, how to fill out a scene. She doesn't quite know how to, she kind of knows, but she kind of knows what she wants the scene to be, but doesn't know how to write it out. Mine is a conversation and I know what type of ideas MMCs. Oh, me. So the story I'm working on right now, and I have a bunch, but the story I'm working on right now is a scientist who is currently named Naomi because I suck at names, by the way. But she has discovered time travel. She discovered, after years of working, she's discovered the secret to time travel. And through this discovery, she has come across like a whole bunch of issues. And so now she's fighting against, there's two factions, both from the future, who have gone back in time. And so she's fighting against both of them. One is like controlling. You ever watch Enterprise? The temporal Cold War idea, where they have like the whatchamacallits. I don't remember what they were called, but like the council that would like watch over the timeline. Well, in my story, they're a bunch of fascist dictators. And so like they're going back in time to like protect the timeline that keeps them in power. And then there's this other one who goes back in time and they're fighting and whatnot, but that faction is just like manipulative and rewriting certain parts of time for like other just as bad issues. And so she's trying to fight to bring together like a more objective guardianship over the timeline. I didn't know it would get confused. I'm sorry. I would just name them after myself as well, but it's weird at times. It is, especially when I have to start talking about the story, because then I'm like, I'm not going to keep it, and she's not based on me. She doesn't have my personality, per se. I just really suck at names, but I don't want to get stuck on trying to come up with a name. You love my plot idea? Thank you. Yeah, if you ever have a chance to go see Enterprise, go see. It's streaming. Star Trek Enterprise. It was really good. I really like it. I like all of Star Trek. So out of it today. It's been raining nonstop. It's been raining here for like a week now. And I'm feeling kind of out of it too. This is not the normal time that I'm live. Like everything's all out of whack right now. My schedule is so crazy right now. We are in a state of emergency because of the flooding. Oh my God, because Texas. That makes sense. That happened all like every year in El Paso. That would happen. Every single year we would end up flooded. But then when like budget reasons would come up, of course, it would come up in like the driest part of the year. I don't like May or August or no, it's like no, yeah. It was around April or May, which in El Paso is pretty dry. And that's when they would start like putting together their budgets and whatever. And so they would talk about, should we fix some of the drainage on the roads to like help with flooding around like Dyer? And they'd be like, no, because it's not that bad. And then monsoon season hits in August and it's flooded again. And like parts of the city are shut down because people. It is Melody, right? It feels weird. You're in Texas too? Nice. And hello. I'm not there anymore. I moved to Illinois, but I was in El Paso for a long time. I really want to write so badly because it's summer vacation here, but I have no motivation, no plot. I'm just trying to get something good in my mind. You can start free writing if you need to. A plot sometimes will just come to you as you're writing. I'm big on, you heard me talking about it earlier with routines. I am big on routines and like setting one up for yourself that works well, especially if you can create like a dedicated workspace where you know, maybe you write using your laptop in bed, but it's like on the other side of the bed that you don't do your sleeping on. Or it's, you know, instead of having the laptop on your lap, you have like one of those lap desks or something like that where you can set up something that you only use during writing to help create that association between it's time to get creative and start writing because now you're ready to. And then just start free writing. Go to Pinterest, look up some writing prompts because there are billions of them, and just whatever one sparks curiosity, just start following it. You don't have to turn that into a whole book, but if you just start following it and you just see where it goes, a lot of times you'll be able to pull an idea, like you'll go from a vague vibe into an idea into a plot, and that's really when you know you've got something. And if not and you don't use it, maybe something else will come up while you're exploring. I am near the Trinity River that supplies to the Gulf, so we are getting so much water that the river flooded. And then Conroe decided to dump their dam 12 hours before the rain started. That makes sense. I'm writing a story on a girl who has died hundreds of times, and her friends and boyfriend finally catch one of the times she's died, and she has to explain it to them. Nice. Kimmy, hello. Prodhume, I'm sure I said that wrong. I'm so sorry. Hello. Free writing sounds like so much fun. It can be. I only have a phone. Dictation. If you have a phone, you can grab Google Docs. It's free. So you can download that and then just hit the microphone and just start talking. Also free. Unless you're good at typing on the phone. I am not good at typing on the phone, as it turns out. First of all, I don't know if you can tell. Well, other than how dirty are my glasses? But I have bifocals because I'm old. So you see that line? Well, it's in the wrong spot, first off. So when I'm on my phone, I have to hold my phone like down here to be able to see it, which means, and of course I want to look at my phone. So I'm constantly going like this, and then I have to move my hands lower and lower because the bifocal is at the wrong part. And I'm really bad at typing on the phone. I'm just not good at this motion So, I mean, I'm good at this for like, gaming, but I'm not good at this. So, dictation helps with that a lot. And Google Docs is free. And I've heard, and for me, it definitely has been the case, but I don't know if it's the case for everyone. So I don't want to say, oh yeah, but I have heard that it is a lot faster. A lot of people get more words done faster through writing on the phone than even typing than they will typing on a laptop or on a computer. I think part of that has to do with just the simple fact that it's a mobile phone. And so you're used to like spitting things out or using the predictive text for the word or however it is. But you're also used to, when we are texting or messaging, we write very differently or we tell that story very differently than we do when we're on a computer or on a laptop. When we're texting a story to someone, it could be the same story, but we're sticking to the important parts. We're putting in the action. We're not necessarily putting in all the exposition and all the, flowery prose and all the other things that make it long. So a lot of times you can get your whole idea out on the phone a lot faster and then move to the laptop to edit and expand. I did find a good one, but I want to piece together. Hallucinations, I prefer writing on my phone. I have years of experience typing. I've never went a single day without typing from years, I just realized, except some occasions. I also have a Bluetooth foldable keyboard for when my fingers get tired from holding the phone. Nice. I just realized, Taylor, I'm using your favorite mug. I didn't look this morning when I went to go grab my coffee. I just grabbed the mug that was in front. It's our favorite mug. I should have linked it. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking because I didn't look at it. I was just like, I better go live now before I lose it. Because plus, my schedule is so weird right now. So, my last day job, they were based in Arizona, which meant, for the most part, through most of the year, I could go live at around 9 o'clock, and my work day didn't start until either 10 or 11, depending on the time of the year and whether or not daylight savings had happened, because I'm on Central Time. So, yeah, it ended up being perfect. So I was able to go live reliably right around the 9 o'clock, right around the 9 o'clock mark, my time, and then be done with my live and start my work day, go into the meetings for work and whatever, and be good. But now my new day job, they're based on the East Coast and I'm still Central. And they start at 9:30 their time is the morning all hands check-in, which is 8:30 my time. So technically speaking, that still leaves me with time to go live at 9. However, because the check-in starts at 8:30, almost immediately after the check-in, and it usually takes about 20 minutes, but almost immediately after, the workday has started. Like they're sending me, can you get this done? Can you write this up? I need that podcast script by X time, and so on and so forth. And so it's like, it's just really hard to start my workday and then stop it to go live. So I'm really struggling with my schedule because I also can't go earlier. Like I was thinking about that this morning, like, well, I could just try going live before I go to work. But I can't because I have to bring my kids to school. So in the summertime, maybe, but then that means going live at like 7 my time. I just don't think anyone's up at that time wanting, you know what I mean? It's weird. You choose chaos. My friend cried when she got your mug I bought for her. Oh, yay. Sometimes I miss the Arizona time difference. Yeah, I don't miss that job, but I do kind of miss having a client that's in Arizona where they're like, yeah, my day starts at such and such time. People have experiences with this. What is more efficient, publishing on an ebook platform or publishing physical copies? Both. I've been thinking about buying a ticket to Romance Authors of America this year. What do you think? I have never been there, but if you have the money, do you know anyone who's going to be there this year? Like any of the speakers? And not necessarily in a are you friends with them way, but like, do you know who they are? When it comes to live events, I don't usually recommend it for new authors. And it's not that you wouldn't learn anything. There's plenty to learn. It's more just that new authors don't usually have the budget for a lot of these kinds of things. They have all the things that they want to learn, but they don't usually have the budget to like include travel and convention tickets and this and that and the other thing. Virtual makes it a little bit easier. They just don't have the budget, and so they get sucked into this idea of, but I need to learn what's going on. This is going to be such a great thing, and I need to network and blah, blah, blah. And it's great. And these conventions are amazing for networking, but new authors don't usually need to network on that level yet. And most of the information that you can get at these conventions, you can also get in a more affordable format. You can find it on YouTube. Like, there is so much information on YouTube. You can find it, even if it's not on YouTube, there are courses that there are some courses that cost like thousands of dollars, but there's also courses that cost like $20 or $30 that may not be the end all be all courses on how to become a published author, but they usually at least answer at least one big question that help you get a little bit further. And these conventions, they're based on all that information. That's how the speakers got the speaking gig, because they're topics that they talk about in their courses, in their books, on their YouTube channels. So you're not missing out on any of the learning if you don't go. You can still absolutely make up for the learning. You would be missing out on the networking, but again, you don't usually need to network on that level while you're new. So I usually only recommend it if you have throwaway money. Like, if you have the budget and it's not going to interfere with anything and you want to go and you want to have fun, by all means, go have fun, take pictures, have an experience, and save it, because it's probably going to be amazing. But if you don't have the money, don't even worry about it. Just, wait a couple of years until you do have the money. Kylie, have an amazing day. The only time I make an exception to that basic guidelines is if it's going to be someone like Stephen King is there, go. Especially if you're a fan of Stephen King, you know what I mean? Because how many is he able to go to? Not very many. He doesn't need to. So if it's someone like that, someone that you're like, I've always wanted to meet this author, then yeah, because there's, a fangirl exception for that. So it's in Austin. Dale! Hello, Dale. I don't know anyone, but it is close enough to me that I thought it may be great to be surrounded by other authors in person for inspiration. Yeah. So in your case, that's a little bit easier because there's no flight that you're trying to handle. There's no hotel. I don't know exactly how close you are to Austin. I don't know if it's a day trip or if it's an hour out of your town or whatever, but those are all things to factor in too. And I bet if you go online into a local group on Facebook or something, guarantee you go into a buy sell trade group and be like, how many writers are in here? Would you be interested in doing a get together for writers at such and such coffee shop? You'll probably find some even in your area. 5, shut up. Oh, hello, Emma. Happy birthday. I'm in writer. Oh, there you go. Romance Writers of America. Feel free to reach out to me. There you go. Fun. And you have family in Austin. So yeah, that's something to take into account too. Brennan will be 18. Wow, shut up. 2 babies in 1 week outgrowing you? No. 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 I can't see you. All right, y'all. I'm sorry this is shorter than normal because the timing is weirder than normal. But now I have to run to the school to give my kids their meds. On 6/10, Connor will be 8. See, this is like you just piled them all in at once, and I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad. Like, I've got one in March and the others in September, and I feel like that's a nice stretch because when I'm over the fact that one is growing up too fast, and then I have a little bit of time to like get used to it and be like, woohoo, before I start dreading the fact that the other one is about to grow older. I kind of like that, but you also kind of like you get it all over and done with within about 6 weeks of each other, and then you have the whole rest of the year. So I don't know. Jeez. It was kind of a cool conversation this morning because our neighbor kid walks with us to school in the morning, and he's in 3rd grade. He's 9 in 3rd grade. He will turn 10 about 3 weeks before Christopher turns 7, right? So we were talking today about like the different sizes and whatever. And Christopher is 6 and he's in 1st grade. He's the youngest kid in his class because they made a waiver for him to get into school before the 5-year-old rule. So he started kindergarten when he was 4 because he missed the cutoff by like 11 days. Anyway, so we were talking, and thanks to that kid, he reminded me that when Christopher in 2 years, because he's in 3rd grade and Christopher is in 1st grade, and in 2 years he goes, so in 2 years Christopher's going to be my size, right? And that kid stands up to my cheek, and I was like, shut up. Why would you tell a mom that? Anyway. Ash is August and Zen is September. Hello, Brittany. All right. I do have to go because I got to go give my kids their meds. So I hope y'all are having an amazing day. For Word, I want to try to do office hours today because it's Thursday. Come here. But it's going to be, I don't have a set time yet. I have a meeting at 3. I have to pick up my kids at 2. So it'll be after the 3 o'clock meeting is over. That meeting usually takes 15 to 20 minutes. But, I mean, my luck, I'd be like, hey, so let's meet at 3:30. And then that would be the time it takes like 45 minutes, right? So all I can say is sometime before 4 o'clock Central, I will message into Word to do office hours. All right? Your 13-year-old is taller than you. Yeah, both of my kids are going to be taller than me. All right, y'all. Have an amazing day. Thank you for popping in. I promise I will get this schedule worked out and I will figure something out so that these can be more regular. But in the meantime, thank you for your patience and hanging out there with me. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for showing up. And I'll try to talk to you tomorrow, okay? Bye.